17.
You nailed it. That's exactly right.
Should probably look at the chat for whenever if.
Oh yeah,
people.
We should do that.
I'm gonna look that up right now with my loud keyboard.
Ooh, oh my goodness! Flex the Post throwback. I've missed the last 2 flexes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be listening to those either tonight while doing the double OT or tomorrow while I wait for the McCracken.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna see.
Yeah, I'm going through the internal debate of do I high five, handshake, or hug? You know
I feel like a giant bear hug is in order.
See, when I meet you, that's a bear hug. When I meet Donnie, bear hug.
Oh man, we just got real.
But I'm not sure if the McCracken needs a bear hug from a giant. Like, here's the thing. I think the McCracken, we talked about this, he's like 5'6", right? That is literally 13 inches shorter than me. 13 inches. That's
he's rough. Like an inch shorter than I am. So
yeah. But see, here's the thing. We've joked around with enough to know that giant. I love you, and that my hug is not here to like hurt you. My hug is here because I care. The McCracken, the bread fan, I don't think he knows me well enough to go, oh my goodness, I'm being accosted. Bad things are about to happen. Call the 911. I don't want that to happen because he's meeting me at my favorite restaurant is the plan. Tentative, maybe. I just want to get some cheese fries. That's all I'm trying to do. I care less about it. All right. Intro has been introed up. Have you had the nacho fries from Taco Bell? I had one because I was sharing it with a friend, and I was like, let me try this. Let me taste. Because here's the thing. I don't do Taco Bell anymore because they don't have real chicken anymore. And I don't like beef that comes in a bag.
Right.
I feel like beef should come from something that resembles, meat, not whatever that is. So I'd stay away. But yeah, so sitting next to me and I go, hey, let me try one. He dipped it in the cheese sauce for me, handed it to me, ate it. I like the salt, what do you call it when it's not salt? The flavoring. You know what I'm talking about? The stuff that surrounded the potato. Seasoning?
It's some kind of weird seasoning.
Yeah, whatever that
some
is.
kind of seasoning.
I like that.
I'm not sure what kind, but it's good.
However, that is the exact same potato.
And you are coming in real glitchy, sir. Like you're in and out.
Man, is the Xbox still on? Let me do this. Let me adjust. Let me move that around. Okay. This is even better awkward.
This wouldn't be the glitchy difficulties.
Yeah, I support it. So, what were we talking about? I thought it was like important. Here we go. Let's get this intro going.
What's the matter?
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome, gamers, fans, friends, OT-ites. Yes, that's a new thing. I don't know if it's going to work, but if other people can say, Koopalings and Koppelings, I feel like I can say something. Thank you so much for coming here to visit myself and my brother from another mother, the 7-Eleven connection. Dev, how you feeling, brother?
I am feeling it real good. Chilling like a villain, not doing no killing, just taking it easy tonight. It's a good weekend. I'm relaxed. I've done lots of chores around the house. But I'm good. I'm real good.
Top 2 chores you did today?
Laundry and dishes.
Nice. I mowed a lawn and I started repainting the deck. Like what do you call it? Staining.
I was gonna say, are you sanding the deck or staining it?
Oh no, I got like that heavy duty. This makes old wood look awesome and fresh paint or stain.
Yeah.
It literally looks like brownie batter when you pour it into the pan.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I got to do a little golf today. Got to do a little work around the house. Got to be husbandly. Had a good time. Wife and I just joked around and worked, and we're trying to get the house ready for upcoming events going on in the Mahoney's lives that will be made official, talked about in, I think, 3 weeks. 3 weeks is when we'll have some big news. A couple students already know, and but we'll see. We'll keep it on the DL as long as we can. Now, world premiere. A lot of things going on this week. A lot of craziness happening just in the world.
Yeah.
I saw this video of the literally scariest moments that I've ever seen in a video game that was talked about. And I was sitting there going, how can you take, let's say, 1 minute and 13 seconds compared to the fact that right now there are 900 games on my Xbox One?
Jesus.
I guarantee you 895 of those don't have any scary moments in it. So I just want to share that little tidbit. It was something that my kids and I had talked about. It was going to be a question, but I just felt if I just shared it out, the people who know what I'm talking about will go, that is a good point. The people who have no idea what I'm talking about will continue not knowing. Right. And that sucks for them.
That it does.
Yeah.
For every 1 minute and 13 scary moments or minutes of every minute and 13 seconds of scary moments, there's probably at least 3 to 4 hours of like Mario Kart. So
yeah, that's one. So, you feeling prepared today?
Absolutely not.
You ready to just have a conversation?
Yeah, always.
I know we normally go into the intro, but I've got a lot of things planned for today.
Ooh. Things
that we've never done, but either it's going to be hilarious and people are going to love it, or this is going to suck and people will stop listening. So let's kick off episode 20 of PSVG OT. Dude, episode 20.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a milestone.
I feel like it's got to be, right?
Isn't like a year 52 weeks?
A year is 52 weeks.
So we're 6 away from the halfway point.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. I'm so proud of us.
Go us. Go team.
Yeah. When in doubt, OT it out. I don't know. Okay.
Works for me.
So oh goodness. All right. So our best memory we're looking for today, our memory we're going to converse about is birthdays. Now, today, a very famous alum of the PSVG network celebrated a birthday. It also happens to be shared with Mario Day. So what I want to get out of you, Dev, is your best birthday memory. Now, I racked my brain. I asked my wife. I asked friends and family. I am not a birthday celebrator. I don't do parties. I don't do get-togethers. And the reason why is I don't like the idea of a whole bunch of people coming together to talk about me, because that feels like a funeral. Right? Mm-hmm. Like it's not something I want. Like I have no problem going and talking about other people and how great they are. Mm-hmm. My wife, like I try to get people together when she wants each of the year, and then she tried to do it for me. It's like, no. For me, just you and I will hang out, call it a night. So I realized my best birthday memory was actually last year. See, my wife went to the movies with her friend Lauren, left me home alone. I played games. I watched, little sports, made a homemade chicken sandwich. I like to get the thinly cut chicken breast.
Oh, yeah.
Put a little barbecue sauce on it. Bake that thing up until it's all nice. Put a little lettuce, a little bread, a little cheese. Call it a day. Very happy with it. One of my favorite hot sandwiches around. And so I realized like that to me is a fond memory because like I didn't have to go do this thing I'm not comfortable with. I didn't have to be like, oh, hello, people. I know 3 of you know my name. Like that's not for me. Like it's the same reason why I have like the permanent night terrors when they ask us to stream. So
right.
But then people are going to come in, and what if they try to chat with me, and then I have to respond and not sound intelligent. And most of the time, like when I talk to people, I talk the way I talk to you. I'm just goofy, and I want to tell jokes and make fun of folks, like a little honest joking around.
That's great streaming. That's great streaming right there.
So I realized like that was my best birthday. It was just me getting to be like kind of an island and kind of relax and do my thing. So What was your best birthday?
So my best birthday is probably a toss up between either going to the Magic Castle or when my wife and a bunch of my friends surprised me and blindfolded me and took me to Dave & Buster's. I think that was...
I love the Dave & Buster's.
Yeah, I think that was 22nd or 23rd birthday. Mm-hmm. But I think that was probably the best one. Yeah, because they blindfolded me. I literally had no idea where we were going, and we were in the car forever. because it was not close, and LA traffic is not kind. So yeah, it was great. She blindfolded me. It was a surprise. We drove out to Dave & Buster's. There was a bunch of my friends there. And we just had a really, really good time. My sister was there too, which was another shock. So it was a really cool, just surprise birthday party. My wife is really good at doing stuff like that. She's a planner, by nature. So she's really good at creating those type of memorable events. And that one was definitely a lot of fun. I mean, it's video games, it's my friends, it's drinks. So it was just a really, really good time.
Now, Disney World has a place called Disney Quest, which is basically like a kid-friendly Dave & Buster's across the board. And it is literally one of my favorite places in the world to go into. Like, it just has all these arcade games of, like, I actually had the high score on the Fix-It Felix game on one of the machines. And when we left, that was like my crowning moment, was like it was still there.
Fix-It Felix is actually a real game. Wow. It
actually is. Yeah. They made like actual machines with it. I don't know if it was like a game before the movie, but they had like Fix-It Felix arcade boxes. That was pretty dope.
Now, is this Quest World or whatever it's called? Is it in Fantasyland or Tomorrowland?
It's actually in what's called Downtown Disney, which is like the free area where you can walk around and shop. And there's a bunch of really good restaurants.
The reason is because there's an arcade at Disneyland that's in Tomorrowland. We have Downtown Disney also out here, but I don't know if there's an arcade there or not.
Yeah, we also have the same arcade at Disney World that you have in the. Is it in Fantasyland?
I think it's Tomorrowland. It's right next to Space Mountain.
Gotcha. See, I think ours is on the other side. I think it's in a different park.
Okay.
Because it's like all Marvel stuff.
Oh, well, yeah, it's right next to where we have it was where they used to have like the House of Tomorrow today, but in there now is all the Marvel stuff. So they have like 2 floors of Marvel. I say back, 1 floor is Marvel, the other floor is Star Wars. And yeah, we don't have lands. We just have one. You guys are spoiled out there in Florida with your ginormous 3 different parks in one. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's no words to explain it. Like, once you've been there, like I love it. And I'm a huge fan. So yeah. Moving into our question portion is very different today. See, we had mentioned the whole Donnie birthday. And we alluded to the boss, the Papa Bear at PSVG. So first thing is, what is your first fond memory of Donnie, followed up with your first non-fond memory of Donnie?
Oh, man. Jeez. I feel like me and Donnie's whole relationship is nothing but trash talk. And I'm pretty sure like my first like fond memory of him was like me ribbing him on Nintendo over Twitter about nonsense. Either that or was maybe in the MTG forums talking trash about Nintendo, and him just not like being butthurt or offended and being able to just give it right back. So we just had a really nice back and forth, and that's how I knew, okay, me and Donnie, I can talk trash to that guy and he's not going to get all hurt. We can just go back and forth. He's going to give it just as well as he can dish it out. A not so fond memory is a little more difficult. I don't think I have any that aren't really fond, to be perfectly honest, because again, like our relationship is actually, you may think we hate each other, but no, it's all in good fun. Like we really just sit there and have a really good time, just talking trash, going back and forth, whether it's sports or me talking trash about Nintendo or him calling me an X-bot or whatnot. So I can't think of anything that hasn't been a fond memory, to be perfectly honest.
So my fond memory, I think I've already said on here, was when he shouted me out of my Doors review. Meant the world to me. Like I was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But that was back when I was young and naive. Now, my non-fond memory, I don't know if this was Donnie or Kevin. Whoever it was emailing me back from the PSVG email. So here's what happened. Nate and I were sitting talking, and he was like, you should really try to do the podcast and writing, and you should come try out for PSVG. And I'm like, what is a PSVG? And he goes, that thing that I've been working on. Like, oh yeah, I haven't had time to check that out yet. You know, it's in football season, whatever it was. I was like, I'm real busy. I can't get on the internet right now, even though I'm playing video games on the internet when I'm saying this. So finally I was like, all right. So I send this big email like, hey, my name is Mo. I'd like to do this. Please let me know if I'd be a fit for PSVG. Whoever responded made me feel like a child. Like I was not good enough. Whatever I was doing, like they put me through the ringer. They were telling me, well, you can't have marketed something. And this is because another person who had signed up to be on PSVG was trying to have like Major League Baseball like logos on his fan page. You know what I mean? Like when they clicked on your name back in the day. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dude, you can't do that. It's like copyrighted. Like you can't do that. And so he's explaining this to me. I'm like, guys, I'm not stupid. Like I know I can't put that on there. Like,
right.
It seems like seriously, who doesn't know that? I'm not going to say the name of the person who was before. I want to, but I won't. I won't be embarrassing people like that today. So my fond memory, we talked about that. I to this day, I don't know if it was Donnie or Kevin messing with me. Like, I don't know.
That's funny because it could easily be either one of them.
Oh yeah, either one could totally just be like, just shoot me this email, making me just feel like a child. And I'm like, guys, you don't have to tell me this stuff. Like, it's common sense. And like, I reiterated, I was like, no, I understand that. And they're like, yeah, but you can't do this and this. I'm like, you just told me that. Like, why are you telling me again? You already told me once. You don't have to tell me twice. I just remember just like for like a week, I was like, I don't know, this is gonna be for me. Like these guys I don't know what's wrong with these people. Wow. Once I found out the other end of it, made way more sense. So, all right. Now, the next part to celebrate Donnie's birth, I would like to take a second. We're going to actually pick out his Cleveland teams and how they're going to do in all their sports this year. So some expert inside analysis from Devin Coach. We'll start with the Cleveland Cavaliers. How do you feel they end this year, sir?
I feel like they are going to make the playoffs. They're going to struggle through the playoffs and then probably lose to like Toronto or Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, ending LeBron's run of final appearances.
See, I have the same thing, except I have them as a low seed going into the playoffs, getting worked by a Toronto or by the Celtics. I wish it was the Celtics. I wish it was Kyrie in Game 4 knocking them out, just saying, see you, have a good life. But I have them not. I have the streak ending. Now, do you have LeBron coming back at the end of the year, or is LeBron leaving?
I have him coming back. I feel like it doesn't make any sense for him to go anywhere else. I feel like he's not really going to be chasing a ring at this point. I feel like he's thinking about just legacy and the end of his career. I feel like he really does want to stay home and then just continue to build up Cleveland and Dayton and Ohio. And I feel like he's not going to be able to do that anywhere else. And plus, like, if he goes anywhere, he's got to build a whole new team around him because you can't just stick LeBron on any team. Like, you got to build around him. And I feel like there aren't really any other teams that really want to go through that at this point. Like, if you look at the teams he's looking at, like LA and Philly and stuff like that, like, don't mess up the process that's already going on in Philly, please. I enjoy that process. Don't come to LA and destroy our little young nucleus that we've got going on. So I just feel like it just wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for him to go anywhere else, honestly, unless he's really trying to chase a ring. And even with that, he's going to be coming up against, Golden State still and this new Houston team. So it's like, just stay home, bro. Just stay home.
That Houston team. Whoo, folks. Yeah. Chris Paul. He makes Harden better, which is just fun to say. Like, oh goodness. So here's mine. We all know Paul George is leaving Oklahoma, and that's happening. He'll be in Los Angeles very soon. Okay. Paul George is leaving. The reason I say this is I think LeBron during free agency is going to make his choice. I don't think it's already made. I think it's going to happen. It's happening naturally. I think LeBron's going to have to realize, is he going to be Karl Malone? Or is he going to be Shaq? He's not Jordan. Okay. And that's the thing. He's a better basketball player than Jordan. He's not a better teammate. He's not a better competitor, but basketball skill, that dude, LeBron's on another level, athletic wise. Like the way he shoots, the way he runs the floor and makes passes, the way he spots up and takes his time to diagnose things. He's special. However, Karl Malone was a very special player too, who scored a lot of points, who won a lot of games, who went to a lot of all-star games, but no rings.
Right.
Shaq Daddy was another very special player, one of the best bigs in the history of the game. And wherever he went, winning came and rings came. And so I feel like LeBron is going to go, am I cool with just staying in Cleveland and maybe not winning another ring for a long time? Or do I need to go to the best situation for me? And I think that's going to happen naturally. Now, Donnie, what I'm going to tell you, I have 3 destinations for LeBron, and I haven't heard these said very often. I think LeBron goes to the new look New York Knicks with the unicorn. Boston, yeah, Kyrie and LeBron back together again. And just wait. People think I'm crazy. I've told this to my kids, and I go, it's really weird how that split up happened right before the season was getting geared up to go. Really weird how all that went down, guys. Wouldn't it be incredible? But he's a free agent, and he goes, oh, hey, I already know this guy, and this team's dope. And I also have him going to your Los Angeles Lakers, being the big brother to Alonzo. And Alonzo they need a veteran leader on that team. Bad.
Yeah, Paul George. His name is Paul George.
But Paulie and LeBron together?
No, absolutely not. No, God. Ugh.
All right.
I love LeBron. I love him, but I feel like it's so hard to build a really good team that is cohesive around him. Like, I just look at the league and I'm like, I like the Lakers. I like the youngness. I like the team that they have. Leave it alone. I'll take a Paul George. I don't want LeBron. I don't want the circus that is LeBron. I just want him to stay in Cleveland and keep being the GM of the year and making ridiculous things where you have a whole new team after the All-Star break every year. Just do that.
All right. So now we'll move on to the Cleveland Browns. Let's go with your season prediction, sir.
They're going to win 2 games because the Browns are still going to Brown. I don't care about all those trades that they made. They have definitely done some things to try to get their first win since RG3. But I still feel like, it's the Browns. Like, And even with that, like, you're bringing in this whole new team. You're bringing in a lot of new players. You still have to develop some kind of chemistry and cohesiveness and everything. So I feel like, they 2 wins. I give them 2 wins, maybe 3 if they catch somebody on an off day or like some catastrophic injuries happen, because it is the NFL and it's always up for grabs.
All right. So I have them under 4 wins on unknown draft picks. However, I have them at 9 wins or more if their number 1 pick is Mr. Shaquan Barkley and their number 4 pick is Quentin Nelson, the guard from Notre Dame. And the reason I say this is you now have Tyrod Taylor, who is one of the most accurate QBs in the NFL. He gets a bum rap. I mean, I'm telling you, some people are sleeping on a very good football player who helped the Buffalo Bills with no receivers make it to the playoffs. With a running game, LaShawn McCoy, I love Shady, but the problem is with LaShawn, he's either going to go off for 150 or 20.
Yep.
Like he is the epitome of a hot and cold running back. If they take Barkley, who is, in my book, every bit as good, if not better, than Zeke, every bit as good, number 1 overall, then you add a guard who is the nastiest, most dominating guard I've seen in a long time. Now you've got Joe Thomas, Hall of Famer, amazing left tackle. You've got a left guard who is a freak in nature, who can go right in and start. All you have to do is turn and hand the ball off to the left. That's 5 yards. And they're going to pound the ball down people's throats. So those are the 2 picks. I've got Cleveland Browns making it to the playoffs, then losing because they're very young.
But even if they do that, it's going to be like the greatest turnaround.
Oh, yeah, it'll be huge.
History. We won't hear the end of it from Donnie.
He'll go bonkers. He'll go nuts.
He'll lose his mind.
Yeah, because I don't think any of the quarterbacks right now go in and make your team as good as those 2 players do.
Yeah.
Those 2 players that, oh my goodness. Your offensive line just became one of the best in the NFL with just the addition of that one guy.
Yep. You establish a serious run game and you've got a very, very accurate quarterback who can get the job done.
So now let's talk about those Indians. Now, I will tell you, I'm not a big Indians fan. Okay. And my reason for disliking the Indians is some of the newspaper trash that's been talked. So I'm going to pick the Indians to not make the playoffs. That's where I'm going. I'm going to throw, not shade, I'm going to say that the bats just aren't hot enough. The pitching just isn't good enough. They're still winning. They're still over 500, but they're just getting knocked out of the wild card. So how about you? How are you feeling about those Cleveland Indians?
So I don't know if you noticed, but I do not really care about baseball in any way, shape, or form. It looks real pretty during spring training on my big TV because the grass is pretty, but I don't like baseball. But I'm going to say that they are going to suck because it's going to be the curse of them getting rid of Chief Wahoo. I get it. I understand why it's going away, but I love that logo. Like, if I buy a hat, it's either an Indians hat or it's a Niners hat. And I love that logo. So it going away just makes me sad. So I'm going to say they're going to be cursed by getting rid of it, and they're going to lose a lot of games and not make the playoffs.
Quick curveball. 49ers got Richard Sherman today.
Yeah, we picked him up. Wow. Yeah, I didn't see that coming, but I feel like that's just him trying to get revenge, honestly.
And he will
let go.
Russell Wilson's never had to do this before.
Yeah.
I hope Sherman gets like five interceptions this next year. Just against the Seahawks. Oh goodness, that'd be so delicious.
I would love it because I can't stand Seattle. So
see, I'm in the same boat. But my reason is imagine a little Coach Mo, 8th grade, so 6'4", 285. Little Coach Mo, baby Coach Mo, goes up to see a Bears game in Seattle. We had just moved. We're over in the Portland now. And I'm going to go watch the Bears play the Hawks, and it's good. And we'll go up, and I'm there with my 2 sisters, and we're cheering. We're going nuts. We're having a good time. And I got my Bears jersey on. I'm like, yeah, bear down, Chicago Bears, going nuts. These Seahawks fans behind us decide to throw some beer on the little kid. Decide to use some words they shouldn't use. And now I was more immature, so I'm not going to tell you how I handled it, but some things were thrown that rhyme with ist, and we had to leave the game early. And happened. So I don't like the Seahawks because of their fans, not because of any other reason. So
I don't like the Seahawks because of Richard Sherman, but he's not a Niner. So
you got to just smile through it.
It's kind of weird, It's like, we got the guy that I hate from there. He's gonna make us better. So I guess I'm okay with it.
There's one more franchise that we know that Donnie loves. So, how do you see Nintendo doing over the next year?
Well, over the next year, Nintendo's got a couple of, they just had a direct, and there were some games that are coming out like Smash, and I don't know what else because I didn't watch the direct because I don't care about Nintendo. But Nintendo was on an uptick, and I think they're going to ride that wave out. I think there's going to be some pretty big announcements at E3, and I think they're going to end the year on a very, very high note. I think they're probably going to be on the NPD number 1 in systems sold probably throughout the holidays. I think they announced a Metroid Prime 4 coming. They've got Smash. So I think they're going to ride this wave of people really enjoying the Switch and them finally putting out something that's worth talking about.
Man, yours is much more factual and backed in logic than what I'm about to spin. So here's what I see happening. E3. Nintendo shows you Smash Brothers. And they just call it Smash Brothers P because it stands for port. And after watching all the hype videos and all the cool things they do, fans eventually realize that this is the exact same Smash Brothers they played on Wii U with 2 new characters and a new map and a new hammer that you use mid-game to pick up to smash your friends with because it's called Smash Brothers. In the middle of this, female gamers unite and say, "Where's our Smash sisters?" Wakanda forever. And people revolt against Nintendo, and Nintendo goes through a huge fire sale because they're losing so much money in lawsuits because there's no Smash sisters. And eventually Xbox buys all the Nintendo games and starts moving them over, and there's no more Nintendo. That's my call.
Man, talk about revisionist history. We got an alternate ending there. I'm okay with that if that brings Zelda to the Xbox, because then I can play Zelda. So I'm with it.
So I will point out that this conversation was already had once today with a student when I was like, could I say this without it being like, would people know I'm joking? She goes, "Well, coach, the people who know you will know you're joking. The people who don't are going to send you so much hate." And I was like, cool, I'm down. I thought it was funny.
I think it's hilarious.
Smash Sisters, that's good stuff. That should be the name of the episode.
Yes, Tyler. There you go, Tyler. Make it happen.
Dude, we're 45 minutes in. He's not listening. He has no idea.
Well, we can send him a DM. Say, hey, Smash Sisters, 45 minutes in. Make it happen.
Smash Sisters.
That needs to be a game now, for real.
Right?
Like, that needs to be. I mean, we need to get like all of the female characters and just have a brawl with them and call it a day.
That's what I'm saying. Nintendo, a little sexist.
I mean, they've got enough females. I don't know if they got enough. I mean, you've got like Princess Peach, but then you can also just have an alternate, which is Princess Toadstool. You've got Samus. What the heck was Princess Zelda's name? Sheik or something? Wasn't that like a character that she played or something? She was Sheik instead of Princess Zelda. I know you don't know.
Person. I couldn't tell you. The Wii U Fit Trainer is a lady.
There you go. See? Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's it. So maybe Smash Sisters not coming 2018, but it should be.
It should be a thing.
Yeah. It's about the time Nintendo says yes to women's rights. Nintendo against women, putting that up somewhere.
Get it together, Nintendo.
Jeez, goodness. Link always has to go save the princess.
I know, right? So does Mario. Can we stop saving princesses? Can we let the
ladies show how great they are? Celeste. I'm done.
It's a travesty.
Donnie, we love you. I am so grateful for everything you do, everything you've been doing. I'm already planning to come see you this summer and to hug your neck and to play games with you and your kids and ask your wife, like, how does she deal with it? Because like knowing you and your collector's habits and you're selling your Wii U 74 times. And
right.
I know that's got to be trying. So I love you. Thank you so much. Dev, you got something to say to Donnie on his birthday episode?
Yep. I love to hate you, Donnie. You're my number one enemy or frenemy. Cause yeah, we just like to go back and forth. They call it the parents of fighting because we just go back and forth head to head. I love it. Yeah, but thank you for, allowing me to be a part of this, of your regime, I'll call it, until we overthrow you. But yeah, man, you're awesome. We really appreciate what you do. I love what you do. I love that you brought us all together and that you keep this thing going. I need you to stop selling everything. Just hold on to a couple things so you don't have to buy them 17 times. Like there's no need for you to have 4 Vitas. Stop it. Just stop at 1. It'll be okay. I know you love the art of the deal. Deals with Donnie's the thing, but you know what? For the rest of 2018, just buy the stuff you want to keep. Just try it. Love you, man.
Dude, I think if we're the first official like thank you Donnie episode,
yeah,
at episode 20, I feel like we deserve like a cool little like star symbol next to our names on the website.
I think so too. I mean, make it happen. I don't know who does that. Is that
the boss?
The boss does that. I know if it was him or if it was Jason.
I don't know either now. Like once you said that, I was like, oh yeah, Jason does that stuff too. I think it's Donnie. I think it's Boss Man Don. I think Boss Man Don does it.
Donnie, give us gold stars.
Gold stars. Yes. OT, an OT symbol.
There you go.
Right. That's way better because that's the show we do.
Absolutely.
Cool. So you got any curveballs for me today? I'm ready.
I actually don't have any curveballs. That's curveball.
I came prepared to hit your curveball. I was so prepared that I brought my own. So here we go. Here we go. Coaches, and I'm throwing the natural curve. Okay, I'm not throwing one of those fancy new age pitches. So here we go. In a little under 9 days and like 22 hours, we have the release of MLB The Show 2019. My question for you is, as someone who's not a baseball fan, what would I need to do to get you to play that with me? Because right now, none of the people who I normally play with are picking up this year. Everyone's on hiatus. So for me to have someone to play baseball games against, what's that looking like?
You gotta do much. I'll get it. I'll play. There doesn't have to be a whole lot. I mean, I coached softball, so and I played baseball for a very, very long time. Like all of my adolescence, I was playing baseball, like organized. So I know the sport. I just don't care for it that much because it's a million games. And it's slow. But I'll play the baseball game. I played triple play when it was a thing. I played bases loaded. I've played plenty of baseball games, so I got no problem with that.
Nice. So 2 years ago, we did a 50 game season. And that was perfect. We played through like 3 years. We actually ended up drafting a couple times. That was me, Dan, Brian. I believe Josh was in that too. Maybe Ray. I can't remember if Ray did it. Last year, I was like, guys, let's do the full 162. One mega season. I made it to game 12.
Right.
I made it to game 12. I did not make it far. I did not get to 162. And I realized the problem is Road to the Show has spoiled me so much where I can go in and in 10 minutes or less play a full game. Then I have to go actually play the baseball game. Now, with the quick counts, I don't know if you experienced that yet. The quick counts is amazing. I love them.
Yeah.
So it speeds the game up. I can get through a full game in 20 minutes. That's great.
I might have bad news for you, though.
What's up?
I think they got rid of the online dynasty type stuff for this year.
No, they did not.
Yeah, I feel like I read that because nobody was doing it.
If that's true, I will be crushed. Like legit crushed.
I'm trying to look it up right now, but I feel like they got rid of the online mode.
Maybe it's just going to be late. There's no way they can get rid of it. That's the best thing they offer. That is the reason I buy these games. Are we searching right now? So
yeah,
while Dev search, I will go ahead and tell you guys some fun stories with Coach. So here we go. Today, I'm out there and mowing the lawn. And as I don't know if I've told you guys, I'm terrified of the snakes. The snakes and I don't do well. And so I'm mowing the backyard. I see something. Now, naturally, I have a lawnmower. I could probably just keep going. 50-50 chance I shred this thing. Or you can turn the lawnmower off and walk it back to the front yard. That's what I did. Came back. Now, I wasn't as big a coward where I would go get my wife. Instead, I went and got a rake and was like, with a rake, I am now 8 feet-ish with my arm span and the rake from said snake. So I start doing my thing. It was a gecko, but he was already dead. Like I had just seen his like tail. I must have caught him on the last path. Like, you know what I mean? Like last path. And so like I could see he was bleeding and cut up. And I was like, oh, my bad, dude. So I'd finished the job and ran him over the rest of the way. Got rid of the evidence that I murdered the poor lizard. Felt bad.
So prepare to feel a little worse.
No, don't make it true.
Online franchise mode didn't make the cut this year.
What?
It's not an easy decision to make, and we understand some of you will be disappointed by this change.
Canceling the proof.
Focusing on continuing to improve our online performance was the right priority for the show 18. With the major technology change this year, it wasn't possible to just leave in the previous mode without alteration.
Okay, so canceling my pre-order, and you need to pick up the last one then. Because that one still has it.
So what is the online? Is it called? What is the online mode called in that
just
one?
franchise.
Just franchise. Yeah, they got rid of it. Yeah.
Okay, so then you need to go pick up the cheaper version one.
I don't know. So it's probably like $20 at this point.
Yeah, maybe cheaper if you go to like Best Buy, snag it off the wall with that Gamers Club. So we get that, and we'll just play that one. If anybody wants to join us, you feel free. Hit us up. Shoot us a message. I will be canceling my pre-order though. They will not get. I had the big fancy daddy one pre-ordered, the $112, $120 one, because I love the game. Now you're not getting any money from me, nothing. You just lost $120, and I won't.
I can't believe they did that.
It's just there's no point without online. Like that's my favorite part is to play with my friends in the franchise and doing a thing. Now I will say, last year there was a couple issues. It was not pretty. The online issues, but we're gonna go back in time. So anybody wants to join us, play the Cubs have already been claimed. I will be being the Cubs. Love my Cubbies.
I'll probably be the
north side. Yes.
I'll be the Indians because
for Donnie's birthday.
Nah, not for Donnie's birthday.
Oh, my bad. So our to wrap it up, we have two things left. Let's knock these out real quick so we stay on time. And then editor Tyler, hey, fans, let him know you love that intro. It was a whole ball of craziness. But I was laughing my butt off Tuesday morning listening to that on my way to work. Like I was in tears.
It was bananas. I was like, what on earth is this? But it was so good.
For the people who are still listening, what he was doing was I wasn't going to be able to show up because of a track meet. And so we were like, oh, we'll just move the show. We'll do this and this. And I ended up making it. So he was like making this like filler thing as a joke to put out and say, hey, coach couldn't record because of track. Here's this little thing we did. But then he just uses the intro, which is great. So our next one, before we go too far, as it is March 10th, which if you abbreviate spells Mario, do you have a Mario memory that you are happy to share?
So, yeah, I mean, my Mario memory was when I was 5 years old, went to a friend's birthday party. It was a sleepover. And I get there late. I don't remember why I got there late, but I got there late. All the other kids were already there. And they're all huddled around this little gray box. And on the screen, is the underworld, and there's some little character jumping around the brush. I'm like, what in the heck is this? I had never seen Nintendo before, but we played that game all night. I'm not even scared. I'm ashamed to admit that I was like, I don't really want to play. I'm gonna watch you guys play because I ain't never seen nothing like this before. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't feel like being embarrassed after watching y'all die. I'm not trying to be embarrassed. I'm gonna sit back in the cut and just watch y'all play. But I finally did get a chance to play and fell in love with gaming right there. So thanks to Mario, a game that I don't really like anymore, it introduced me to gaming, and that's why I'm here now. If it wasn't for Mario, I wouldn't be a gamer.
Nice. So mine, my grandma, who is one of like the sweetest, nicest ladies on the planet. Like I love her to pieces. She's great. She had heard from my sisters and other people like this new thing was coming out. And so she goes and she buys an NES. However, the new thing that was coming out was called the N64. Now, I think she may have gone to like a pawn shop or something like that. I don't know if they were all stocked at the same time because I was not a gamer. And I remember we went to stay with her because there was some stuff going on with my mom and dad. And she was like, once you guys are here, I got you guys this. And so my sister Sarah played first because I was trying to figure out, I was like asking questions like, where is there a basketball hoop? Where is there a court? Where can I go to leave? How can I get out of this house? And Sarah dies. And I go, that looks pretty easy. But then my guy is green. He is different colored. And I was like, cool. This guy's pretty dope looking. I like green. I like the neon. So I jump in. I do a quick little run. I beat and get to a castle and the flag and everything's great. I go, oh, that's cute. Where's this court at? Then we get a 64 when my grandma kind of finds out like, oh, this is not actually the new thing. And we play this. Was it the Super Mario
64? Yeah.
And I find out I cannot be Luigi. So I have no interest. I never touch the game. I go, nope, you guys can play that. I'll play this one. And I would always put in 2 controllers, kill off the first guy to get to the green guy that I actually liked.
Wow.
So I've actually never been a Mario fan. I have always preferred my dude Luigi, who gets a bum rap. He's a good guy. I don't think he deserves some of the crap he gets. But the Luigi stare down in the car game,
Mario Kart, yeah,
pretty dope.
That is great. I love the Luigi stare down. That's my favorite thing ever.
Yeah,
when it comes to
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, getting into the show where we talk about our game of the year. So, Dev, game of the year talk 2018. What do you got for us?
Man, I haven't played anything new this week. I'm gonna have to probably go with Sea of Thieves right now. It's gonna change probably week to week for me. But after like just tooling around in the game and seeing some of the newer stuff that they've added to this final beta, it looks like it's gonna be a ton of fun. There's gonna be a bunch of crap to do. It just looks like a lot of fun. So right now, that is my game of the year. I'm really looking forward to it coming out on Game Pass so I can jump right in day one and go live my life as a pirate.
Have you caught any chickens yet?
No, I haven't.
I tried it. Nope. I'd rather just blow up ships. So last week I had Past Cure and I've had, Kingdom Come Deliverance, which got a new patch. They fixed a couple of the issues I had. Okay. One of the patch notes I saw, they were talking about the alchemy table again. I still have not gotten to that, so I have no idea. However, I have a new game of the year. It's for the PSVR, and it's called Bravo Team. I am loving this game. Yeah. Loving this game. Okay. It reminded me of when the Ghost Recon one came out, and it had the gun that came with the PlayStation Move, and I'm behind the couch pretend I'm throwing grenades and my wife walks in. That is the same level, however, multiplied by 10 that I'm having with Bravo Team. Just having a blast with it. I still need to finish the Impatient so I can send it over to our dude Kyle. That's on my list of things to get done. But right now I played a lot of Bravo Team today. Felt a little dizzy after 2 hours is my max. Right. I can't, for some reason, I can do an hour just fine. Except for in Super Hot. That one made me want to vomit every time I tried it. Not a fan of the Super Hot on the PSVR. Just saying. However, Bravo Team got so good, man. So good. Like, I just want people to try it. I just want people to play it and go, oh my goodness, yes, this is incredible. I'm loving this.
I too want them to play it and love it because I played it at PSX and was like, this is dope. This is what I want VR to be. This is a lot of fun. Oh my God, it was awesome.
So, new game of the year for Coach, Bravo Team, PSVR. This is my first game that I've played on PlayStation that I'm this in love with. Like, I liked Horizon. I didn't have a huge issue with it. I was never a Nathan Drake fan. Like, not against him. It's just dude's a murderer. Like, I never liked playing as him. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. Was never a Drake fan. Loved Last of Us. Still one of my favorite games ever. Even though you were a murderer there, but those people were trying to kill you openly, and there's no way like for you to talk your way out of this. Like, Nathan Drake, I feel like half the time, if he could just do like a stealth drop, like, hey, I'm here to look at this museum. Oh wait, I'm gonna kill 100 people. No, Nathan, no.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he definitely, like, if they just gave me like a silencer with a tranquilizer dart, we'd have been good. He needs to kill those people,
right? Yes. You know what? Just being able to make people fall asleep,
something,
tie them up, leave them. Like, hey.
Yeah. I mean, if I can play Dishonored as Corvo and not kill anybody, Nathan Drake,
yes,
easily not killed everybody. I'm just saying.
Oh my good, best analogy ever. Yes, no, that's perfect. I can be Corvo. Shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
Oh man. All right, brother. We're wrapping up the show. Anything you want to pitch?
Nope. Just, check me out at DevATias on Twitter. Come holler at me, talk some trash. I will talk some trash back because that's what I enjoy doing for some terrible reason. I'm a terrible individual. Not really. But yeah, that's about it. Just come holler at me on Twitter. And yeah, that's about it. I got nothing else right now.
I've got a lot of things. I listened to last week's show. I mentioned my 4 projects. Only 2 of them were supposed to ever be talked about. The other 2 were like, if I got enough time, I would finish writing this. But my kids asked me, hey, Coach, what 4 things are you working on, big guy? So I told them. One of them, they're like, if you do not do this one soon, we're going to have a problem. So I said, okay, let me send this to Kevin and get his opinion. So I sent it to the boss, the second in charge, the yin to Donnie's yang, and said, what do you think of this? And he goes, no, these are some valid points. I like what you put here. Some of these are wrong. And we had a little back and forth on my fact checking ability. We're going to get that knocked out and we'll get that up on the site. We'll see how that goes. We'll see. Now, the other thing is you could always hit me up at Coach Hulk on the Xbox. Thanks to Nader Tot Thomas. He was the one who pitched it for me. He's the one who got me to realize that unlike poor PlayStation, I could have changed my name a year ago and had the Twitter handle match up with the gamer tag, and it does now. If you ever need a multiplayer buddy, I'm always down. So friends, family of the show, if you're ever on the Xbox looking for someone to jump in and play, you hit me up. Today I played 4 different multiplayer games with 4 different people who just were like, hey, we need a third, or we need this person. Like, yeah, I got you. I just want to play. So if I can, I will always say yes. So the moment you see Coach Hulk online, you go ahead and send me that invitation. Because I had 2 people today. I just didn't want to. I know you're busy and you have this and this. I'm like, no, guys, always send it. Always send it. I'll tell you honest. I'll be like, hey, I only got 30 minutes, and I'm going to go get some spicy chicken from Chick-fil-A. Sorry, I can't play right now. Or, heck yes, let me jump into this Rainbow Six Siege and have a good time. So, with that done, it's about to be PSVG OT, the double OT starting.
Yes, sir.
So, if you watched any of this, I can't wait to have you play. So, with us, that's the end, and that's game over. Later, fam.
This has been a production of the Play Some Video Games Podcast Network. Find more great content at playsomevideogames.com.